Hey Cap, it's Brandon Curtis at Entpgathering. No, not .com. It's just Entpgathering, Science and Spirituality Meeting. And this is your level up reading for the sign of Capricorn, all placements. I'm using the Astral OG deck. I'm going to pull 3 cards to check out what celestial body energy is in your situationship, in your person, and about you. And then I will choose 3 cards from the Magic of Marvel Oracle deck to find out what superheroes, life lessons, and energy you can apply to your situation so that you can have the best outcome, my lovely Cap. So without further ado, calling in Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Raphael to help ground the collective of Capricorn into this reading and to ensure the accuracy of the messages that you have for my lovely Capricorn. Hope you're all doing well. Divination should be used as an intuitive exercise. Don't force anything. You will most definitely have at least one message coming out of here, and if it's just one, you can always come back to the reading at a future date and receive more once you apply that one message into your situationship. I'm going to shuffle this deck. On the split, we've got Aries and Jupiter. First house and 9th house. Those are the houses of our personal houses. And you, Cap, ruler of the 10th house. Saturn, the planet, rules the 10th house. As it just so happens, this recording is taking place on the day of the week that Saturn rules. That would be Super Saturday. A day I like to, yes, work, but also provide structure in my life and clean up, tidy up. I do chores as well as I might work a little bit, but I like to keep it fun and light. I got 2nd house and 7th house, both ruled by Venus. So Cap, there might be a structuring or restructuring, a cleaning up of your relationships and your values, I hear. One more shuffle, angels. And here we go, Spirit. First card for my Cappies is Venus. Can't make it up. Love. Beauty, romance rules the day of Friday, which would be yesterday as of this taping. Rules the signs of Taurus and Libra, which we saw also in the split. Courtship, aesthetics, sex appeal, affection, sensuality, values, pleasure, grace, gratitude, inspiration, and self-worth. Self-worth. You, Cap, rule the 10th house. This is our public persona, or it's in our 10th house where we really step into our public persona and take hold of our authority in this 3D world, in the workplace, most definitely. But it's how the public also views you, Cap. 10th house energy. I think the public, family, friends, workplace, coworkers, employees, subordinates, and higher ups are seeing you in this process of really stepping into your authority in this 3D existence. You know, Cap, in the tarot, you're the Devil card. This is about obsessions and bonds to conditioning that we might have. But I see and feel here that you are reevaluating this and really working on defining your own set of values so that they match the energy that you're giving off in your 10th house. This is lovely. Saturn. Second card out. Discipline, structure, responsibility, Saturday. Capricorn, restriction, obstacles, trials, hard work, self-discipline, integrity, and patience. Well, I mean, this is just confirmation of what I just described. It's reevaluation, restructuring, being very disciplined in this process of what your values truly are. We got Taurus, second house. Comfort, luxury, reliable, stubborn, possessive, hard work, life's pleasures, serenity, productive, determination, stability, ruler of second house. Well, I know what this is about. The advice from Spirit is when you are in this process and you are of all this Venusian energy and getting a better grasp on restructuring your values, your own beauty, your aesthetics, your sex appeal, how you choose to display your affection, your values, how to manifest grace into your life and pleasure while remaining grateful and inspired, which increases your self-worth. Rely on, in order to finish this project, rely on Earth fixed energy of Taurus. So you might look to your second house if there are any planets there, maybe Saturn's there. And I'm a quad Taurus, by the way, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Saturn. Saturn and the Moon are in my first house, and I'm a Taurus rising, and my Sun is in my 12th house. All of them in Taurus. But you, Cap, being just as hardworking as the other Earth signs, Virgo and Taurus, you're cardinal Earth energy. You're great at manifesting and certainly initiating great projects and bringing in the money. Sometimes you don't know how to complete that process. Fixed Taurus energy is where the divine would like you to kind of live in. Again, second house, and I'm hearing, Cap, sometimes you work and work and work. You don't connect as much to the people that you're working your ass off for. And these people are what really fully make you feel abundant. They can be found in your second house of home and self-worth, and with whom you display your affection and your sensuality. A fixed Taurus energy is going to help you in this process. And yeah, what you're discovering and exploring also are all the taboos that you might have. Cardinal Earth energy, again, can come off as flighty comes to mind, but no shade when I say that. I just mean that you can go deeper and affix yourself to that process. Root yourself, ground yourself, get out in nature more often. Darkness, untamed, intensity, independence, erotic, sexual liberation, temptation, secret desires, fetishes, shadow side, empowerment, destruction. It's difficult with cardinal earth energy to really explore the depths of this dark Lilith energy. This is also a feminine side. Cap is Saturnian. It's like father energy. With this love and discipline and Taurian energy. Well, let's just say love and discipline, especially with you, discipline. With all that discipline and structure and responsibility, sometimes, you exclude the darker parts of yourself that you consider through this Saturnian lens to be taboo. They're not. They're there to be explored. Look to where Lilith is in your zodiacal chart as well. Let's find out from Spirit through the Magic of Marvel Oracle deck what superhero energy, superpowers you can employ in this process for each of these cards. I hope you're doing well. I trust that you are. You're probably hardworking. Take a break. It's Saturday, and certainly tomorrow, whenever you may click on this message, I wish, got some spiritual burps going on. I wish we had a 4-day work week, to be honest with you. And I think, consumerism and capitalist Western society, civilization, always going for the money, and especially if you're an American, it's about getting the bag. No shade on that process as well. Money, Taurus, Venusian energy, and even Saturn. It's because Saturn rules the devil, and the devil is another title. The devil is the Lord of the gates of matter. And here we have Taurus energy. So yeah, the 3D world, the material world, the workplace should bring us money. And money is not a taboo. Money is not the root of all evil. No. When you have a healthy relationship with money, in God we trust is written on the dollar bill. That is not about bringing religion or Christianity into money. Otherwise, money is the root of all evil. That phrase wouldn't exist. Okay, that came from religion, specifically the Catholic Church. And who's the most richest church on this planet? The Catholic Church. Ironic? But in God we trust, and this is how I understand it. And this will, I think, help you build the trust. And maybe, because you're so hardworking, Cap, and like I said, you can work your ass off for the money, for the bag, and not really enjoy the benefits of having abundance in your life. Taurian energy in your second house, Venusian energy with family and friends that you're working so hard for. In God we trust is about whenever you spend a dollar bill, spend any of your money, hard-earned money, there must be, between the two parties, trust. Otherwise, you might as well just throw it away, give it away. By this, I mean, back in the time where there's bartering and trade, it was simply, completely based on trust. And I'm thinking of when the Vikings would take their boats over to North America, when the Vikings were the first sort of explorers of what is now known as North America. They landed in Greenland. They met up with indigenous tribes from First Nations peoples, or now First Nations peoples, and they would trade. There are many archaeological digs that are uncovering these Viking ships. Well, and also trading posts that were established along the routes that they would sail on. You would take your goods, if you're a Viking, over to North America, and you would unload them. You would go to these trading posts or huts, and work with the native population, and your goods were out there for display. One from either party could test them out, could take them for a trial run, or at least trust that their eyes were not deceiving them, that their five senses were not deceiving them, earth energy. And then, strike a deal of trade. So apply that same ideology, that approach, to when you spend your hard-earned money. And that requires that both parties be upfront. So never just frivolously or blindly give your money away, even if you have a lot of money to spend. Never blow it, because the universe will just let it go. And it can often fall into the hands of people who will use it for not so good reasons. It's an energetic trade, and you must trust that you are receiving value for the money that you're giving over. And they too must trust that what they're selling is of a good quality that matches the money that you're spending. On the split, Forever by Your Side, Winter Soldier talk about loyalty, and Nightcrawler, In My Eyes I Am Beautiful, value, Venusian energy. And also, looking inside as Nightcrawler did, and realizing, Nightcrawler is famous for, that energy is about really loving oneself, even though the external self to some people is quite hideous and taboo, untamed, dark. All right, 3 cards from the Magic of Marble. So to match with Venus, you have Valkyrie, V and V, and I was just talking about Vikings. You can because you must. Talk about cardinal earth energy. I know this type of work, which you might be unfamiliar with, this exploration of internal love and values and self-worth. I think you tend to be really hard on yourself. The devil rules the material world. But you can do this, even though it may be unfamiliar. In rooting yourself in Taurus fixed earth energy, establishing that discipline. So to match with Saturn and discipline, we have Misty Night. Are you sure it's answers you want? This is about, the discipline of the self. Once you do this work, to not get stuck. You're going to get many answers to maybe what you were once blind to, and what initiated seeking answers to these taboos. I mean, what are my darker things of me internally that I would consider taboo? Is it my relationship to money? Is it my relationship to sex and self-worth? Trust that Misty Knight here is super smart, detective, a great researcher, and sleuth. Here paired with Saturn in discipline, you will learn that there are answers to questions that you have now that you won't need once you get through a majority of the questions and you find a majority of the answers. There's going to be, leave some mystery about you, all right? That's a part of the shadow side. And secret desires. You know, leave some for yourself to explore as you move through life. You can't get all the answers. Maybe it's more about the questions that you can generate with that cardinal earth energy, and less about the answers. What are the parts of myself that I consider dark, intense, and secret? What are my fetishes? How can I sexually liberate myself? Let me show you Valkyrie as well, because I don't think I did when she popped out. And the final card to match with the connoisseur of Taurus, America Chavez. The best way is your way. Very earth energy. Very devilish cap. And very grounded. I'm also noticing too that there's one masculine energy in your reading, and there are 6 feminine. We got Venus, Taurus, Valkyrie, Misty Knight, America Chavez, and Lilith. Cap being masculine, Saturnian energy, the devil. I think you're exploring your feminine side. If you're male. Or if you're female. There's a restructuring and exploration of your taboos. So, we have masculine and feminine within each of us. And I firmly believe in the work that I do, it's about marrying the masculine and feminine first within us to generate self-love before we can couple or engage with other people of the opposite sex. Or same sex, doesn't matter, just pairing with somebody. And we have 7 feminine cards, 7th house, Libra, also ruled by Venus. Sorry, we have 7 cards total out. 6 are feminine. 6th house, Virgo. Virgo is the most feminine of us earth signs. Did I mention I'm a Taurus, quad Taurus? But, I firmly believe and know and preach, really understand when we're looking at our zodiacal chart that we're looking at all 12 houses, and those correlate to 12 disciples of Christ, the 12 months of the solar cycle, the true solar cycle. And that you have within each of your houses angels and demons, light and dark, and you have masculine and feminine, and you have all the energies of the 12 houses within, you have masculine and feminine energies within all 12 houses, but all 12 houses are you, Cap. And spectrum, be blinded by the light. This is about being fearless. I'm going to read this. It's interesting. We have Lilith and Taboo, Dark Moon Lilith, and then we have Spectrum on the bottom of the deck. I know this is about just, okay, here. Here we go. Spectrum radiates the magic of transcendence, of everything coming together perfectly to create a dynamic momentum. When her light shines upon your reading, it's because you have fully discovered who you are, and it's time to bask in your own warmth. Have confidence that, like Spectrum, you know you can lead, Cap, but you don't have to. You know your own strengths, but you have nothing to prove. Let her appearance inspire you to seek new challenges with every assurance that you're at the top of your game and you will only get better. Damn straight. All right, I'm going to conclude this reading. I hope you find the messages that are meant for you in this reading. If you like the way I read, you'd like to donate to the channel, or you'd like to book me for services, you can find all the information in the description box. And until next time, until the next reading, namaste.